This bit here is your memory, your long-term memory, or as I like to call it, stuff you definitely know, like your address, the name of your brother, and other such things. This bit here is your working memory, or stuff you know right now and things you are experiencing right now. Any sensory information that you are aware of right now. Now, hopefully this is something the teacher is trying to demonstrate or tell you or get you to remember, but it might be something in your imagination, something outside the window, who knows. It might be a key bit of learning, like this piece of art. It might be names and dates and words that are important. It might be really helpful quotes that will help you learn, like this one. "I have missed more than 9,000 shots in my career," said Michael Jordan. "I have lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." Now, all this learning that we're doing, that's in our experience now, it's quickly going to fade away unless we do learn it. And learning is bringing all of that stuff into our long-term memory, what I like to call wrestling in. And of course, bringing it out of our long-term memory into our present consciousness so that we're thinking about it right now is what remembering is. Can you remember any of that stuff I just taught you? Probably, because it's still in your working memory, your now. But if I ask you in 3 days or a week or 6 months, would you remember any of it? If you did, it would be in your long-term memory. Just have a think now about any of that stuff I was trying to teach you. You might remember some of the silly pictures. It would have helped if you'd seen the pattern. There is a pattern there. They all rhyme with something. Perhaps you remembered something about that beautiful piece of art, or something that Michael Jordan said. Did you remember any of those essential details about the art, like its name, The Last Judgment, or the artist, Jan van Eyck? Did you remember that detail of the number 1438, the year he painted it? That's about 600 years ago, isn't it? Lots of details there. Now, you might have remembered some of that, but getting it into your long-term memory is going to be hard work. And wrestling it out again is going to be hard work. But this is the good news. Cognitive science tells us that the more effort we put in, the harder we work at getting that learning in, the more likely we are to strengthen the memory so that we can get it out again. And here's the crazy bit. The harder we work to get it out, even if we get it wrong, the stronger our memory will become if we're given immediate feedback. So work hard to get it in, work hard to get it out, win-win. All right. But, there's a but. It's hard work. And not only do we not like doing hard work, but it's hard to do and we don't always know how to do the hard work and it gets tiring. Okay? So things happen. We need to work hard. And if we don't work hard, then we're going to lose our memories. And that stuff we've learned today is going to go right out of the door, just like we are at the end of the lesson, unless we've tried to bring it into our long-term memory with some hard wrestling. What's sadder is even the stuff that we think we definitely know, if we don't work hard to retrieve it and we don't retrieve it regularly enough, there's a good chance we will forget that too. And I read this recently, that we're actually pretty bad at knowing what we know. We think we know something really well, it's in our long-term memory, and then we discover that actually it's gone, or it seems to be gone, or it's gone wrong somewhere. So it all takes work. Now, cognitive scientists have given this forgetting thing a posh name, which is flushing your time down the toilet. I don't want you to be a flusher, I want you to be a wrestler. Work hard now to get that now stuff into your long-term memory. And then tomorrow, and next week, and next month, and next year, and in 15 years, work hard to get it out again. Then you will strengthen that memory. Okay, There's another but though. We have to commit the time. If you're in a good mood today and you're thinking, yeah, I'm going to work hard today, I'm going to wrestle that learning in using various different things that Sir's given me, that Miss has taught me, whatever it might be, I'm going to go home and think and do my homework. That's great, but it really is only going to work if you commit to this every single day. Every day you come to school, every time you have that maths lesson, that geography lesson, that PE lesson, whatever it is, you need to commit. You need to go, I'm doing the work, I'm doing the work, I'm doing the work. It's going to go in, it's going to strengthen you, but it takes time. It wouldn't do any harm, would it, to think about your learning at the weekend too. That's going to strengthen you as well. But of course, you must rest, and you should worship God and go to Mass on Sundays. Have a day off. Let your mind do its work in the background. Have a good sleep. Make sure you rest. But the point is, this takes time. It takes belief. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in the teacher when they're trying to help you move this information into your long-term memory. And you have to believe the cognitive scientists who say, do it again, leave a bit of time, do it again. You've got to believe all this stuff. You've got to experience lots of failure. Who does that remind you of? Good, Michael Jordan, and his really inspiring quote. He clearly has, just in case you don't know, superstar basketballer from when I was a young man, from when I was a child. I loved Michael Jordan. He was great at basketball, but it turned out it wasn't because he was magical or talented, it was because he was resilient. He would fail, he'd get feedback, he'd watch his own practice by recording it, having it filmed. He would watch it and he would see, and he even counted, I've missed 9,000 shots. Just think about that. We too then need lots of failure, but we need the resilience to work through it and to keep trying and to trust and to let time do its work. Okay, to summarise this, I would say we need to practice virtue. Virtue? Yes, virtue. Prudence is about wisdom and seeking wisdom. You now hopefully have grown in wisdom because you now know a little bit more about how your memory can work, how learning can work. I've sought the wisdom of experts who've taught me this, and I'm passing it on to you prudently. But we certainly need lots of fortitude. Fortitude is the virtue of doing what is right, even if it is difficult, dangerous, or boring. Well, most of our work at school, maybe it's not dangerous, but it could be difficult, and it's certainly boring. We also need fortitude to cope, to become resilient when things go wrong, when it seems like our time is being flushed away, or if we've already flushed it away, we need that fortitude to carry on. And of course, we need temperance. We need to resist the urge to do what we want to do in the short term so that we can make good progress in the long term. We need to say, okay, could I spend a bit less time doing this thing I like doing and a bit more time strengthening my memory by thinking about my learning? That's temperance, using your time well, using what you've been given. But what about justice? Now, this is perhaps the most important thing to take away from this. Do we remember this painting? This is the Last Judgment. Now, as Catholics, and other people believe this too, by the way, but as Catholics, certainly, we believe that at the end of time, Christ himself will come to judge the living and the dead. So if you're already dead by then, you don't get away with it. He's still going to judge you. And one of the things he will judge you on is how you have used the seconds, the minutes, the hours, the days, the years that he has lent to you. It's his time. He's given it to you. Have you used your time? Okay, rest on a Sunday. Brilliant. Worship God, do no work. That's 1/7 of the time. How have you used the rest of the time? Have you loved God? Have you loved neighbour? Have you made the most of your opportunities? By the way, any idea, any of the details of this painting? What's it called? The Last Judgment. Who painted it? Jan van Eyck. I think I'm saying that right. I could go and look it up, couldn't I? And when was it painted? About 600 years ago in 1438.